Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Soumya Renji, pediatrician at Hinduja Hospital. Today we would be discussing about COVID-19 in children. So COVID-19 stands for Coronavirus Disease 2019. It appeared in the city of Wuhan in the Hubei province of China. Children of all ages can get COVID-19. Children usually get a very mild illness, but can spread the illness to older people and people with other health problems. How is COVID-19 spread? Usually the spread is from person to person. When an infected person coughs, sneezes, or talks near other people, there is spread of the virus. Children get it from household exposure to an infected adult. What are the symptoms of COVID-19 in children? So children can come with a variety of symptoms. They may not have all the symptoms at a time. Some may present with fever, cough, breathlessness. There may be muscle pain called as myalgia, running nose, sore throat, sometimes headache. A few children present with vomiting, nausea, and abdominal pain, diarrhea. Some children may have the symptoms of loss of smell and loss of taste. Poor feeding is seen in infants. What are the danger signs of COVID-19 and when should you see your pediatrician? So if the child has persistent high fever for 2-3 days, if his oxygen saturation is less than 94%, if the child has any breathing difficulty, if the child is dehydrated, means not passing urine well, if the child is lethargic, confused, not waking up, if a small child infant is not accepting feeds, then you should see your pediatrician immediately. What are the conditions where children can have severe diseases? That is risk factors for severe disease in children. So only a subset of children who have other medical issues can present with severe illness. Like if they have a complex medical condition, if they have a genetic condition, if they have a neurological condition, obesity, diabetes, congenital heart disease, malignancy, that is cancer, or if they are on some immunosuppressive therapy, then these children can present with severe illness. When should I test my child for COVID-19? So if your child has symptoms consistent with COVID-19, then you should see a physician. And if he asks for the test, then testing should be done. Otherwise, if your child has come in close contact with someone with COVID-19, then you should go ahead and do the testing to know if he is infected with COVID-19. What is the treatment for mild disease in COVID-19? So for a mild disease, the 90 to 95% of children will have mild disease. So you have to give antipyretics, that is paracetamol for fever, antihistaminics, that is medicines for the runny nose, ORS and some probiotics for diarrhea, and antiemetics, that is medicine for vomiting. What should the parent do when the child is asymptomatic but is COVID positive after contact with a COVID positive person? So they should keep the child at home, self-quarantine at home after an exposure. They should be away from other people as much as possible and should monitor the child for the complete 14 days that if they develop any symptom. Complications, there is sometimes severe disease. Some 5% of the children can present with severe pneumonia or other dehydration and complications. There is also a rare complication of COVID-19. That is, they develop inflammation throughout the body. This is called as the multisystem inflammatory syndrome in children, MIS-C, or pediatric multisystemic inflammatory syndrome. It is usually seen 3 to 4 weeks post-COVID illness. But in some cases, the child presents with such mild illness or was asymptomatic during the COVID infection. So the parents don't even give the history of the COVID illness. What are the symptoms in this PIMS? That is the pediatric inflammatory multisystemic syndrome. So the child will have persistent fever for more than 3 to 4 days. The child may present with rash all over the body. There may be a rash over the hands, over the chest, over the stomach, back. Then there may be a red swollen tongue, which we call as strawberry tongue in medical terms. Then he may have dry, cracked lips. He may have conjunctivitis, and he may have lymph node swelling around the neck. So if your child has these symptoms, you should see a pediatrician immediately. How can we prevent our children from getting COVID-19? The prevention is same in children as in adults. That is, three things that we have is social distancing. That means keeping people away from each other, even those who are healthy away from each other, so that they don't spread the infection. Because sometimes a healthy person may be asymptomatic, but he may be carrying the infection. Then masks. We should wear a face mask always when in public. Children 2 years and older should always be encouraged to wear a mask. Make sure that the mask fits snugly around the nose and the mouth. And if you're using a cloth mask, use a cloth mask which has several layers of fabric. The third step in prevention is hand washing. So we should encourage the children that they should wash their hands with soap and water often, especially after they have come out from, like when they have been out in public and come back home. You should always encourage them to wash their hands with soap and water, at least for 20 seconds. And if your child is not near a sink, then they can use a sanitizer, which has more than 60% alcohol. Vaccines for COVID-19. At present in India, there are no vaccines available for COVID-19 in children. One of the available vaccines in the United States can be given to children who are about 12 years of age, but in India, it is not available right now. You should give all regular vaccines to your child. You should not defer from giving the regular vaccination. Just being scared of getting COVID, that should not be the situation. All children, especially under 2 years, should receive all their regular vaccinations. Breastfeeding. So can a mother who is infected with COVID-19 breastfeed her child? So all the studies what have been done till now show that the risk of transmission of COVID-19 through breastfeeding is very less, and the benefits of breastfeeding are far much greater. So breastfeeding should definitely be continued. Mothers who are COVID-19 positive should perform hand hygiene before breastfeeding, and they should wear a mask during breastfeeding, definitely. The other component is how to manage the stress of the child when now they are in lockdown, they have been tied to the house, they cannot go out. So if a child is elder, we can talk to them about COVID-19, why social distancing is important. We can find activities they can, the parent and child can do together at home. We should limit the child's watching of news and internet, which gives so much news that is filled with panic. Main thing is we should not panic, and we should keep our child also away from stress. Some amount of daily physical activity is essential and would be good for the child. Now, if anybody has any questions, and we can go ahead with the question answer session. I hope these few slides have clarified many things to you about COVID-19, and you would be, whatever questions you would be, we would be happy to take your questions. So what tests are done if the child is suspected to have COVID? So if a child is suspected to have COVID, first the test which we do usually is RT-PCR. They take a swab from the nasopharynx, that is the posterior part of the nose, and from the posterior part of the mouth, a nasal swab is done. So that is a RT-PCR test. Then you will know if the child is COVID positive or not. Should we give the annual flu vaccine? Will annual flu vaccine be beneficial? So the influenza vaccine which is given, it will not prevent COVID, but it will prevent flu. And flu and COVID can present with similar symptoms. So you may, if you give the flu vaccine, you may not, like if the child develops flu, you may again end up, the doctor may suspect that there is COVID and you may have to go for the testing and all. So that can be avoided by the flu vaccine. COVID will not be prevented, but it is good to give flu vaccine, especially for younger children, less than 5 years, or any children who have high risk. Any children with comorbidities or high risk should definitely receive flu vaccine. If one family is positive, should everyone, including child, be screened? Yeah, it is better to screen the child as well. Hmm. So you will know the child is infected, and otherwise the precautions taken would be less. And if you screen the child, and if the child is negative, and one of the parent is also negative, then they can stay away from the remaining family members. Uh, One second. Is there an increase in infection in the second wave in children? So the infection, the amount of COVID positive children has increased in the second wave as compared to the first wave. Reinfection risk in children. So the risk of reinfection in all population is very minimal. There is no increased risk of reinfection in children. Can we? Yeah, that's a very good question. Can we keep children in isolation? What about his mental health? Yeah, so many children are getting stressed, anxious with this COVID lockdown. So I believe you can take them to the terrace, or you can take them in a outdoor open area, but you still have to keep distance from other people, with taking proper precautions, because some children are really being mentally affected with this COVID pandemic. How does the child get infected? So the child mostly would get infected because the parents would be going out, parents would be working, or parents would be going out for other personal work. So when they come home, they can spread the infection to the child. That is the most common way how the child gets infected. My son is 13. He has MVP. If he will get COVID, be in more risk. He has a mitral valve prolapse, so maybe little higher risk than the general population. Uh, if I'm COVID negative, what I need to do for breastfeeding? If you're COVID negative, you don't have to take any other precautions. You have to continue breastfeeding. And even if you're COVID positive, you have to continue breastfeeding by using mask and hand hygiene before feeding. They did a study where they tested the children who are breastfed. Some 46 mothers were uh, like who were positive of breastfeeding, and they took swabs of all the children. Of that, hardly one or two came positive, and they also were not symptomatic. Can we give them immunity boost time to time? There is nothing that we can give to boost their immunity. We can give them healthy food. There's no special diet that they need. Is there any vaccination for children? So in India right now, there are no vaccinations. Covishield and Covaxin cannot be given to children. In other countries, Pfizer and the vaccine which is available can be given for children who are above 12 years of age. Nothing has been proposed for children who are less than 12 years of age. How can we do the counseling of the child in house? What precaution? Okay, how can we counsel? So if it is a little bigger child, we can explain to him that the whole country, the whole world is facing this pandemic called as COVID-19, and it will be temporary. So we are in a lockdown. So our outings, everything is restricted. We have to counsel them that this mask is very important. We have to correctly wear this mask, and we have to always wear the mask when in public, and it should cover the face and nose snugly. We have to tell the children that this is a temporary phase. We will come out of it, and do not get sad. We will overcome COVID and everything will be back to normal. But for this small time, I know it's not a small time, but they have to, if we explain to them, they will understand more than if they hear from other people. There are a lot of misconceptions. What precautions to take when children go to play? So, if children go to play, there is a risk if they interact with other children also. So they have to use a mask at all time. Outdoors are anyways better if they are in a fully ventilated area. But yeah, we should tell them that, like, to restrict the play also, and if they are going also, they should not be in close contact with other friends. There's no specific diet we can give to prevent COVID-19. We continue with healthy diet and some amount of daily physical activity. What is the effect of obesity in this infection? So obesity increases the risk of having a severe disease. So that we've seen in adults as well as children. The people who are obese tend to have a more severe disease. What precautions should we take? So precautions that we can take are the same as I explained. Try to keep social distancing. So when we are meeting people, also keep our masks on, keep a little distance from each other. Then wear masks always when you're out of the house. Hand washing, hand washing, hand washing. These 3 steps only will help, and vaccination for the adults. How to manage a child who is COVID positive? So if the child is COVID positive, we have to see if he is asymptomatic or symptomatic. If he is asymptomatic, then we just have to keep him along with another parent who is positive in a separate room. And we have to monitor him and keep him away. Though if he's asymptomatic, doesn't mean that he cannot spread the infection. He can definitely spread the infection. So we have to keep him isolated for 14 to 17 days. And you have to monitor him. You have to check his oxygen saturations. You have to check his temperature, see if he has fever. If it is a mild illness, then we treat accordingly. If there are any danger signs, like I explained previously, the danger signs are if he is having breathing difficulty, if pulse oximetry, you have to check. Is not to the hospital. If another family member is COVID positive and the remaining persons are people in the family are negative, then you have to isolate that family member in a separate room with a separate washroom, and keep the child also away from that member. Can we keep children? Yeah, we've answered that question. Any other questions? How to increase immunity for my child? There are no other magic tricks to increase the immunity for the child. We'll give healthy diet. If they are positive and mildly symptomatic, we can give them vitamin C, vitamin D, and multivitamins along with good healthy diet. Last year, my niece had corona positive. Now there's a chance of COVID again. What positive COVID diet she should, what post COVID diet she should take? Now there's chance of COVID again. If your niece had an infection last year, the reinfections are very rare. So there is not a risk for, there's not a very high risk that she may get the reinfection. She should continue with normal healthy diet, good amount of carbs, proteins for her age, and a mixed, well balanced diet. There's no specific diet that is specific for COVID. So I think we have answered all your questions, and I hope this webinar was helpful for all of you. So thanks a lot for attending, and don't panic. This COVID illness in children is mild always in 90% of 90 to 95% cases. And in severe cases also, we can manage them easily. So don't panic and don't worry, and take good care of your child. Okay.